Okay, I wanted to do a different style of video for this video because the last playtest session for Aetherbound went so well. So right now, for combat, for the monster stat blocks, I'm using my trusty old bestiary. I know this is the special edition bestiary for Pathfinder 2nd edition before the remaster. It's okay. Eventually, I'm going to go through this. I'm going to go through the new monster core. I'm going to go through the 5th edition monster manual. And I'm going to go through their new monster manual all before Aetherbound comes out because I believe in using the best resources in terms of inspiration to guide my decisions. For one example, I noticed in the Monster Core for Pathfinder 2nd Edition, they have new dragon types. So in Pathfinder's desire to move away from 5th edition, they're no longer using the red dragon, well, the chromatic dragon and the metallic dragon archetype in favor of like a magma dragon or something like that. I don't know if that's the exact one, but I think that's in there, which I don't have a problem with, but I think it's missing out on some good things. Like, for example, Aetherbound, I don't plan on using like all of the metallic dragons and all of the chromatic dragons, but gold dragon, red dragon, they're iconic. Put a black dragon in there. But also, I do like the idea of using imperial dragons. I won't get too much into monster manual stuff and stat blocks right now. But as it's being created and I create some super cool monsters, then I'll release the stat blocks and stuff like that. They'll be similar enough to Pathfinder 2nd Edition where they can be used in there. But the session went well. Even using these stat blocks, I used a zombie shambler. Now, I do have to edit them a little bit because the zombie shambler says that it is permanently slowed 1. Well, in Aetherbound, you have 4 action points, not 3 action points, because we're essentially combined the reaction into an action point in and of itself. So I need to make them permanently slowed 2. And the boar, since I do have Death's Door for the players when they get down, I'm thinking about instead of putting the boar at Death's Door with its what is it, the ferocity mechanic, I'm thinking every time it uses ferocity, it gets slowed 1 up until that point. Now I'm going off of the playtest session because right now it's a 2-person team. I gave them dual class PCs to give them a little bit more versatility, but they don't go for the versatility. I have a champion fighter and a ranger rogue. Where's the healing? I don't know. That's that's their own plan. And Aetherbound starts at level 0. So 2 zombie shamblers pretty much brought them down. They were able to win without me fudging dice. I do not like fudging dice and stuff like that. And we're kind of starting up a new type of campaign right now. So I think it's good right now. And then the boar, I didn't have to fudge any dice. Of course, I was like, okay, is this how I really want the boar to play and stuff like that? But I did play it normal from my understanding at the time. I will change that with the boar after it uses its ferocity. I was all like, maybe it should be a death's door, but I like, it didn't play right because you need a reaction, which costs an action point to use ferocity. But if you use ferocity, you won't be able to attack. So I think I'll make it slowed 1 or increase the slow value by 1 each time it uses ferocity. Now, it might not have been such a big problem if there were more than 2 players, but we'll see. We'll see. It's still a work in progress. So I wanted to share ideas with that, and I definitely like the approach. This might not work for everyone, but it works for me of using an existing system as a base and then slowly change things to fit your view, your dream of the game, and then eventually it will look completely different, because Aetherbound is shaping up to be different. And I think that's with anything. I think normally people start with homebrew and then eventually well, it depends on the person, but some group of those homebrewers will desire to make their own system, especially when bigger corporations make it harder to like make a living, if that is someone's desire, or to make a side income designing based on the existing system, similar to how Wizards of the Coast changed their OGL license, which spurred the desire for other creators to make their own systems, because now it's going to be harder to make products based on 5th edition. But anyway, thank you for watching, and hopefully the next